Part 2, black people. Y'all already knew this was coming. And out of the whole miniseries, this may be one of the most controversial of all. And there may be some people in the black community who are watching this video maybe getting mad that I'm doing it because they think I'm selling out. Not that I give a damn, because I don't, because I'm just doing this for comedy. Y'all can laugh along with me, or y'all can just take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, the #1 stereotype about black people, and y'all don't even know, y'all don't even need to ask me what it is, because y'all know before I even get it out of my mouth, that stereotypically black people all love fried chicken, cherry Kool-Aid, and watermelon. And that one, it holds, that's a stereotype that holds up for the most part, because I don't think I've ever met a black person who said that they don't like fried chicken, or have been around, or even at least tried it once. I mean, you know, I think it's delicious. I mean, fried chicken is something that I could eat every day for the rest of my life, provided that it doesn't clog my arteries and kill me by the time I turn 60. But as far as the whole cherry Kool-Aid and watermelon thing, you know, I haven't met a black person who doesn't like either one of those either. But I don't know why black people got stuck with that stereotype, because I think that's more of an American thing. Because if you ask anybody who's not black how they like the taste of watermelon and cherry Kool-Aid, they will tell you that that is delicious, and nobody will argue with that. And the #2 stereotype about black people is that black people are good at sports and all kinds of anything to do with athletics. Black people are exceptional at it, and when it comes to running from the police. But anyway, just a joke there. But anyway, I think that's probably the most true stereotype about black people of all, because if you look at it, if you look at all the sports history, you will see that the majority of the greatest athletes in the world, and the majority of all sports legends, are black. Do I need to go down the list? Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, Usain Bolt broke the record for track in the 2008 Olympics. Michael Johnson, he formerly held the record. George Foreman, Sonny Liston, Magic Johnson, Julius Erving, the list goes on and on. I can go all day. So the stereotype about black people being good at athletics, that's, you know, pretty true too. You know, that's a stereotype about black people that I'm actually proud of. And another stereotype about black people is that we're good beat makers, that, you know, we're lyrically and musically inclined, you know, we're good musicians and all that. And, you know, that's also a stereotype about black people that I'm proud of. I mean, because if it wasn't for, because I listen to all genres of music. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell, but, you know, sometimes I do listen to some forms of rock too. But if it wasn't for black people, rock music wouldn't even exist either. I mean, because you had to start with somewhere, because it started with blues, which moved to jazz, which moved to rock, which moved to R&B, which moved to reggae, which moved to hip hop. So black people made a good contribution to music there. And some people want to say, well, rap music's crap. Well, guess what? It started with jazz, or it started with blues music, you know, and then it evolved all the way into rap. So black people made a hell of a contribution there. And another black stereotype is that we're also the best dancers. And black people, I think that we've come up with the most diverse styles of dancing, especially in the past maybe 100 years or so. I mean, because we've come up with crumping, break dancing, and, you know, we have a whole bunch of styles of dance. I mean, come on, look at Soulja Boy. The dude came out with a dance every year for the past 4 years. And, you know, you could either take that, you could take that with a grain of salt too. But yeah, when it comes to dance styles, black people are very versatile. And but shoot, I wouldn't say we're the best dancers. I'd say we're the most innovative. I mean, because, you know, I've seen, you know, white people who could dance just as good as black people. Shoot, even Asians and Hispanics, especially Hispanic women. Ooh, boy. Oh yeah, and another famous black stereotype having to do with black men. It's got to do with the size of our you-know-whats. And I ain't gay because I ain't gonna check no other dude's penis size, but you can ask anybody about that. You can ask a black chick about that. And I think that's one of the main reasons why white women like black men so much. The reason why is because they want to taste the black pipe themselves, and that's the reason why they heard the stereotype. And here's a stereotype that I don't like so much, is because, of course, I'm black, as you can tell, and I came from a black mother. Is that black women are loudmouth, sassy, finger snapping, weave wearing, you know, disrespectful to their man, you know, type of women. I mean, and I think that's only the hood rat chicks who act that way. You know, there are some black women who know how to carry themselves, but I think, you know, that negative stereotype is what's bringing black women down. You know, black women would get more respect if it wasn't for them. But, you know, you can just argue about that all day. You know, I think that's a 50-50 stereotype. You know, I ain't gonna really judge. I mean, but at the end of the day, only God can judge you, and you can act like yourself. And another stereotype is that, oh yeah, one group of black. You're either one group of black people or another group. Now the first group is you're actually a proper black person. You know how to carry yourself. You actually work pretty hard at what you do. But it seems like the other group of black people criticize you for it and label you as bougie. Like, oh, you don't act the way I act. You're not a real black person. And you get labeled with the trying to act white thing. I mean, I'm a good black person. Well, I'm just not even a black person. Y'all know me. I'm a good person in general. I'm in college. I got my own car. And I got a job and everything. I'm a good person, and I've gotten, and because of the way I speak, y'all can tell that I talk a little bit more proper. Because of the way I speak, a lot of black people think that I try to act white because of the way I talk, and that's only because of the black people who try to bring me down try to say that, and that's only, and I really hate to use this word, the N word. And that's another stereotype that I'm going to get to. The whole pants sagging, white tee down to their ankles, cornrow, do-rag, dreadlock having, fake bling wearing hood niggas. Yeah, I said niggas. And that's the other stereotype about black people, which is the most controversial. The N-word. It's okay for one group to say it, but it's not okay for the other group to say it. And I ask anybody, to anybody who's not black who wants to use the N-word, I don't understand why anybody who's not black would want to use that word. I mean, I've mentioned that in my other videos, but you can just go check that out. And there's a whole bunch of other double standards between white people and black people. Like, oh yeah, here's a good example. Rap music. Look at rap. Rap is a predominantly black genre of music. Do y'all think it's a coincidence that one of the best rappers is a white man or somebody who's white? And look at the past 400 years of American history. All of the presidents up until now have been white, except for one, Barack Obama. But yeah, that'll do it for. I could have dragged this on a lot longer than I wanted to, or I could have dragged it on a lot longer. But I want to end it here. What do y'all think about these black stereotypes? Did I leave any out? Anyway, part 3.